Well, a Canadian dual citizen is reported to be among a group of aid workers killed in an airstrike in Gaza last night. CTV's Tony Grace joins us live with the latest. Tony, what do we know so far about the airstrike and those that were killed?
Yeah, Jamie, good morning. Just to let you know right off the top, we are in touch with Global Affairs Canada to try to get some more information on reports that a dual Canada-U.S. citizen is among the 7 people who are reportedly killed today after an Israeli airstrike in northern Gaza. So here's what we know so far. 7 aid workers, according to World Central Kitchen, which has been operating in the region, helping to funnel food aid into northern Gaza from that sea route. There's their statement. We are aware of reports that members of the World Central team have been killed. We're hearing that that's 7 aid workers, reportedly 3 British nationals, 1 Australian, a Polish national, again, a Canada-U.S. dual citizen, and a Palestinian working for that charity, World Central Kitchen. So here's what we know is that workers were traveling in 2 armored vehicles, according to the charity, branded with the group's logo, and they were delivering food to northern Gaza from that recently opened sea route where aid was being shipped from Cyprus over to along the Mediterranean coast to get to northern Gaza, where the United Nations says so many people are at risk of starvation because of what's been happening with this conflict. World Central Kitchen was key in pioneering that sea route and in getting meals and food into northern Gaza. So we have a condemnation today from several world leaders who are demanding an independent investigation into this. The Prime Minister of Australia calling this completely unacceptable. The Prime Minister Sunak in the UK wanting an urgent Israeli investigation and says aid workers need access. Now, for their part, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has acknowledged that Israel carried out the strike, said this was unintended and tragic, and said that steps were being taken to make sure it didn't happen again. The Israeli military also says what it refers to as an independent investigation is going to get underway. Here's more from the Israeli military.
An incident took place in Gaza that resulted in the tragic death of World Central Kitchen employees as they fulfilled their vital mission of bringing food to people in need. As a professional military committed to international law, we are committed to examining our operations thoroughly and transparently.
And so, Jamie, that's sort of what we know up to the minute about this incident and the reaction to it and the Israeli statement. I can tell you in the meantime, though, that Cyprus, which has been where all that food aid has been staged before it's shipped over to Gaza, they've confirmed that ships have stopped and in some cases have turned around right now in light of what's happening. So there's about 200 tons of aid that's kind of up in limbo at the moment while this situation is looked into and while we learn more about what's been going on the ground, Jamie.
CTV's Tony Grace, we appreciate the update. Thank you.
You're welcome.